Welcome back to the unofficial Daredevil Born Again after show. I am C the Superior, and I am here with a couple of my co-hosts. We have down below Vibrating Vic. What's up?
What's good?
In the shadows, and we have the great Grand Slam Pooba over there to either my right or your left, or whatever the case may be.
Depending on how this all works, right?
Yeah, depending on how it wants to switch us around. How's it going, guys? What's new?
It's going good. It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks because we've all been pretty busy. So it's nice to see your faces.
Same.
Know,
and it's nice to be here to talk about the show with you guys. If you are also here and watching, please leave us a like. Please drop us a comment. But let's get into it because this is the season finale. Daredevil had already been approved for season 3, so we are definitely getting to season 3. But a lot of shocking things happen, so we're just going to get right into it because the trial of one Paige is still continuing in this episode. Paige is still being accused of being like a vigilante or a vigilante assistant, basically. And we had Kirsten interrogating Heather on the stand. And honestly, I know Heather's supposed to be the bad guy, but nobody can make me hate Heather, and I stand on that hill.
Wow, okay.
Controversial, but I like Heather. I feel bad for her. I feel bad the way she had to deal with this whole trauma of being, almost offed by Muse. I feel bad how Matt Murdock treated her, their whole relationship, and just dipped and went to sleep with Paige, and she was none the wiser. And he gonna show up at the trial, walk through the door, and she had no idea what this man was. I feel bad for her, but
I think there's reason. Huh? I think you're onto something because there were parts of me that felt that way too when you put all that, when you say all that. However, last episode she did a bit much for me that made me go like, wow, what happened? She when she was doing that stuff, I said, oh no, you definitely crossed. You went to the dark side. You definitely have embraced it. And I know we're going to talk a little bit later about a certain mask that she wore. So,
I mean, she's kind of self-absorbed.
How so? Please explain.
Like, because this whole thing with the mask and the whole thing with like, all right, she's being very American in the sense where she's looking out for her own best interest at all times, right? So then when it comes to a relationship, she's not somebody that knows necessarily how to give. She knows how to take. She takes from everybody. She takes from Fisk. She takes from Daredevil. She takes from Muse. She takes from everybody.
I'm curious. Like, what do you mean? I'm curious.
Like, everything that has happened to her, right, was traumatic and everything. But her entire relationship with Daredevil, a lot of it was incredibly transactional. It always seemed like she was just looking to get something out of it. There's something about her that's just like impression, like an escort. Like she's like,
wait, whoa,
like she's.
Are we watching the same show?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this reaction right here. That's the American way. Wow, that's you know what I mean. Like she's just.
I completely disagree. I feel like she's very much the workhorse in whatever relationship she's a part of. She was there emotionally for Matt when he was going through his whole thing with Foggy and still mourning him and still like having this issue with religion and
I'll give you that.
He was there for even Fisk.
I'll definitely give you that.
But his freaking workhorse.
He's always getting like, look. The whole point of it is that like she'll do all of these things if she's receiving something out of it. She's not gonna do something. She's not gonna do something just to help somebody, just like the blonde girl is. I forget her name. I can't believe
Paige.
Yeah, Paige. Paige is there for her man. You know what I mean?
I feel, but
her man. She's there for her man. She's there. She's not. She's a ride or die. This girl was more like, all right, let me see what I get out of this.
I feel like Heather was definitely, especially in the beginning,
Thank you.
very,
Thank
very,
you. Very sneaky. Very sneaky.
huh?
Very,
What?
very sneaky. Thank
Yeah,
you.
she's sneaky,
Thank
Mhm.
you.
but that's this season. Last season, she was very
Yeah.
much giving and understanding and
Mhm.
and present for her relationships, be them professional or non-professional, or in everyday setting, personal. Excuse me.
I,
And this season, she's just dealing with the trauma. Like
I
that.
know. I see you, but somebody that knows how to analyze everybody needs to control everybody,
Ooh.
and
I
that's
can kind of see what he means by that
and
because there
what,
was a few
and
times. Mhm.
that's what she's given. She's giving control freak to the third power. Like straight up. I'm sorry, but that's
Mhm.
what that girl is to me.
Well, I like her regardless. I'm here for
Well,
her
I'm not
rights
saying
and
she's
wrongs.
unlikable. She's just not. I don't think she's good for Matt. I
Oh no,
think
she's not good
Matt.
for
No,
anyone.
no, absolutely not.
And,
No,
and arguably, Matt isn't good for anyone. He's not a good partner. I don't think he's
I think
boyfriend
he's.
or
I think
husband.
him and Fisk are pretty good for each other. I don't know. I mean,
If
towards the
y'all
end of
already
each,
know, y'all already know how I feel about Fisk. That man is a husband. That man is the daddy of the show. But
he's the omelet master.
Matt Murdock is not husband material, not boyfriend material. Ladies, don't do it. Um,
He has a
but
six
let's
pack.
get into a couple more of these comments. We have Silhouette says, can we safely admit that Kingpin has some kind of super
Nah,
soldier serum?
nah,
Man,
nah,
I was thinking
nah,
about that too. When
nah.
he was
He's just
knocking all those people out, come on,
yeah.
nah.
man.
He don't have
That's
any
not
of
just
that.
that's not just lifting weights like
Well, you
that.
gotta remember, Fisk. He's like peak man or something like that. So
Yeah, peak
while
human.
so while he's not a superhero, he still have the strength of I don't know a gorilla or something like that. Because he was ridiculous. He was ridiculous because he was literally punching concrete, and I almost had
I
to.
hear you. I hear
I don't
you.
know.
Now
I
he
feel
on
like
the
he
suit.
has some sort of ability. I'm almost there with
He's,
you with the super soldier serum or something.
yeah.
I
He's
agree.
definitely has some sort of ability that's beyond human possibility. Because remember, he
Mhm.
got shot in the face and he was
Right.
okay. Like he
Right.
was knocking people. He knocked people in the walls and the walls
Now
cracked.
that is a what in the world?
It's crazy. And
Yeah, I agree
honestly,
with
I
that.
was shocked by the end of the episode when they was all piling up on him. I don't know if we have an image when the Daredevil vigilante crew came out, everyone from the
Mhm.
city, and they ran up on Kingpin like they didn't see the whole match where he tore this man in half at the
Mhm.
boxing match. I was like, there's no
Killed
way in
this.
hell I'm running up on Fisk.
For real.
No way in
No, not
hell.
at all.
I'll get a couple kicks in once he's down on the floor.
Exactly. I want
I like
y'all to
that. He just do like that. Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah,
I ain't jumping head first like
heck
that.
no, heck no. This is a huge man with some sort of enhancements. I don't know what it is,
Oh.
Mhm.
but he's
But
beyond human strength in
well,
my opinion.
Silhouette is pointing out something. I forgot about this, honestly. And he said he ripped a car door off in Hawkeye. So, yeah, I mean, I forgot all about that feat. I mean, matter of fact, I still don't think he has serum or any of that stuff. But when you did mention he got shot in the face and he lived to talk about it, I did say that is a what in the world. And I have no answer for that at
Mhm.
all.
I'm
He
telling
is a
you,
handful to deal with.
he's some sort. Maybe he's a mutant. Maybe he's a mutant. Maybe they haven't, disclosed it yet.
Well, no. What I think is all the damn omelets he's been eating, and it has
Oh,
given him the strength
a lot of protein.
yeah. So he's probably have Kryptonian, and we don't know it because that's
Mhm.
ridiculous. It is really ridiculous on how strong he is, especially when he's not even superhuman by any means.
But to bring it back to the trial, again, Paige is on trial. Matthew and Kirsten are representing her.
Mhm.
And it gets to the point that Matthew brings Fisk to testify in court, right?
That could be a meme
Mhm.
picture. I love that picture.
So,
That could totally be a meme picture. I love it.
Hey, this was fire.
Yeah.
yeah, because one, the interrogation was handled very well, in my opinion. As someone who is not a lawyer but is currently involved in a lawsuit against a company, I will let you know that interrogation was fantastic.
Mm.
But when it comes to Matt Murdock's big reveal, he backed him in the corner. The whole time he was saying, "Oh well, I rescued you. Would you call me a hero?" He was laying the trap the whole time. And when he finally gave the big reveal of Matt Murdock being Daredevil in the courthouse,
Whoa.
Very shocking. Very shocking. I was surprised that he did that. What did you guys think?
I was shocked too. I was definitely shocked. I didn't think it was ever going to go there because, like, to me, this is the blind Batman that's poor. Like, you never think of Bruce Wayne revealing himself, So for this something like this to happen, I'm actually curious to the people that know this well and know Daredevil well in the comic books if this type of thing ever happened, because I'm very, very shocked by this. And mind you, look, they didn't even believe him at first. But then he did the throw around.
Being Daredevil.
Then he did the throw around, right? But the interesting thing that I noticed is that all of a sudden Punisher is like, "Oh shit, is a blind man." Okay, let's do this. All right, because and then to see him again when they're walking around in the jail.
At the end.
Yeah, like that. This it gets you excited for the next season. So
My thing is,
all of this was really, really great, especially seeing him again as a lawyer.
Yeah.
Again as a lawyer this whole season.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Well, he was in hiding, so right. I concur with that. I honestly feel like when they do these lawyer scenes or courtroom scenes, they do a fantastic job with it. It gets you really involved and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff that was said that I don't understand all these terminologies and stuff like that. But I know I was saying, hell yeah, Matt. And when he did the whole reveal, and I mean, I just thought it was well shot and well done. You just I don't know. I guess I piggyback on everything that you were saying. Pretty much, I was stoked about this and saying, well, how do they handle it from here? Those next few. How do they handle it now that he did it? And I'll be honest, as cool as that scene was, I kind of didn't like he revealed, because I have that old school in me where goes, because I've watched, if you watch these things for many years, hey, look, I'm Daredevil. Okay, then why do you even wear the costume anymore? I know who you are, bro. You don't even have to. I never like things like that. I think it worked for certain people, like it worked for Tony Stark.
Yeah, but Daredevil is a billionaire who can afford to have his privacy because he can pay for it. Matt Murdock is a lawyer in Hell's Kitchen. I thought it was bold. I think it's irreversible. It's like once you do it, you're out, right? There's nothing. Let the chips fall where they may. So we'll figure out how things turn in the next season. But also, it was great narratively, but legally, it didn't make sense because he didn't list himself as a witness to the opposing counsel. So it's not like anything that he said would be, could be used in the case. But either way, if we overlook some of the actual details, as far as is concerned, if this was like a real life thing, it was an awesome move for him to make. But yeah, so we also have freaking Bullseye. Now, Bullseye has been a standout this whole season, in my opinion. Bullseye, I would be here for a Bullseye spinoff. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Would you watch a Bullseye spinoff?
I mean, it would have to be, I guess, his origin story.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it would have to be. I mean, it's because
I think it could be, because at the end of the episode, we see that he is the next person that was brought in by Charles to start doing like some overseas things that Charles has going on overseas with. This is Charles right here. He's doing something overseas, right, Shaggy? So I feel like if we can get like a little mini series of what's going on with Bullseye and how he's handling things, working underneath Charles. But he's been a standout this season. And when we see that there was like a double of him, they did this before. In
yeah. Oh, they did?
It was actually Bullseye who was the double of Daredevil, trying to cause, ruckus. Confusion. But now we see Fisk tried to pull the same thing twice, where he has a fake Bullseye to try and kill Matt Murdock in the courthouse. But Bullseye shows up, did his thing. And what did you guys think of that scene where Bullseye was actually fighting like the fake Bullseye?
Oh, it got me. They got me for a minute, because at first, when I watched it, so I watched it last night and I watched it back on my travels back home. But at first, I was like, I didn't even realize it was a double. And then when I saw, I said, "Oh, that was a double." They were trying to do something, and I thought it was well shot. I thought it was good. Bullseye is an interesting kind of guy. I can't say he's like, oh, my favorite character or anything like that. But when he's on, I'm paying attention to what he's doing, and I just think he's an intriguing character. To answer your question, I would be down for a look. We've done a lot of shows together, so I'm going to sit here and say this. I watched Constantine with you guys, and I hated that. So I would sit here and be down to watch some Bullseye, and he just throws stuff, and people just get hit in the head with stuff. So I would be down for it. But I thought it was good. I think, and once again, I'm not trying to jump the gun to season 3. What is his role going to be in season 3? Because he played a big part. He had a bigger role in season 2 than. Like, he was there in 1, he did some things, but I felt like he did a lot more here. So now it's like, wow, what's going to happen in season 3? And someone was pointing out here, they mentioned. I was talking to a friend of the show, Shay. She was mentioning that they mentioned the lady who's for the Thunderbolts and whatnot. So now the question is he going to be doing something with the Thunderbolts, right?
Several episodes ago. What was her name? Crap, I'm escaping. Her name escaped me. I think I had it. Here we go. Her.
I forgot her name. Valentina or something like that.
Yeah.
But is that?
She'll always be Elaine. But,
do you think Valentina?
Yeah, like that was. I guess that's my question. Like, do you guys see anything like that?
I
think definitely, because Charles works for Valentina, so it's like Valentina, then Charles, then Bullseye. All right.
I would. Well, I mean, look, I think he's just going to be continue being a supporting character, like the Deep in The Boys. You know what I mean? Like somebody that's just constantly shows up and has a role and does things. And I think that this season was the season where he was just introduced more. But I definitely think that he's just going to be used more. He's just going to have a bigger role in the next season. Like I don't think they're going to do anything specifically focused on him.
Okay.
But I definitely think that he's going to be part of the team. Whatever team, because I certainly don't think it's just going to be Matt Murdock alone at this point from moving forward.
No. I don't believe that either. No.
Because we definitely know that because we see, of course, this season had Jessica Jones return. And we see at the end of this episode, Luke Cage returns. So it's
sweet Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's something we've been wanting for like almost a decade, probably. Luke Cage a long time ago.
Yeah, he's been playing this character for a minute, but I was shocked to see them bring him back this season. Like I've seen like the set like leaks or whatever. I knew that he was coming back next season, but I didn't expect for them to show him this episode.
Oh wait, when was the last time he did something?
In the Marvel?
That was
season 2 of Luke Cage.
Exactly. How long ago was that?
That was 2018, I want to say.
Yeah.
Was that 2018?
And
it's been a minute. It's been a minute, but you know what? I do want to give a big shout out to Marvel for getting these the actors who played these characters, because I wasn't a big fan of Jessica Jones, the show. I watched season 1, that was it for me. But I do, when I see what's her name, Kristen, and she plays it, I see Jessica Jones. Same thing with the gentleman who plays Luke Cage, and I know they're going to bring back Iron Fist as well. And I just think that's cool as hell, because I thought Defenders was great, and the fact that it only had 1 season pissed me off, and it should have had another season. So I love this. I do kind of, I said this before, I do wish that they kind of kept this under wraps, but I get it. I guess this was their way of being like, before you leak it, we're gonna leak it, and that's what they wanted to do. But I didn't, and I'm with you with that, where I didn't think he would show up here on season 2, but it almost seemed like they were kind of giving us hints when they kept mentioning him. They mentioned him a few times in this season.
Yeah,
they did. I definitely peeped that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy because I really did like that show. Back then.
That's cool.
That was a fun part of my 30s. Like,
that's cool. I don't know if she's coming back, but I think that was cool.
I was going to bring this up because there's been like a plethora of leaks of this show, right? There's been so many. It's like they can't keep anything under wraps. And I wanted to ask you guys, do you think it's because they're filming in New York? Like it's so hard to keep things secret because it's so
Of course. I mean, because here's the thing. They have to get permits in order to clear the space, right? The night before, they have to go through this whole thing. There's a whole bunch of trucks all over the place. they have to post things like 4 or 5 days before all over, and right on the top it shows the title of the movie that they're doing. And they tell you all the information. So clearly somebody's gonna take a picture, get the inside scoop, and people are gonna stand around.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure.
I
look
don't
at
think
this
it's
guy.
by design that these are being leaked. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's part of the game in New York.
Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just too many people to hide that shit from. Like, come on now, especially if you film in there. But then
Yeah.
that's where the action is. Like, nobody is gonna believe there's gonna be a superhero fight in Biloxi, Alabama. Like, I'm sorry.
Now, do you
Like,
think they'll change shooting locations because of all of these leaks?
Nah, I don't think so.
well, yeah. Why
I
not?
don't.
Try to see if you can make it happen in Bumblefuck, so nobody knows.
You are going off today. Sir.
I don't know. I don't know
I'm just
because
saying, like,
you don't see the same amount of leaks. You do see a couple leaks from like, Spider-Man Brand New Day or whatever, but they're shooting that all the way in like Glasgow or something like that. You don't see a lot of these leaks when they're like shooting on, in the studio in LA. Or in Canada, at least as far as they used to shoot like New York
because the
scenes.
thing
Well,
is-
I have a.
That's the
I
thing,
can
the
tell you why.
studio in LA is inside of a big complex. You got to remember, like LA is a much younger city in a
Oh.
much bigger space. Like New York is just a whole bunch of people on an island, on a small freaking island, all
Yeah.
on top of each other. So as soon as people see something out the window, everybody starts yapping. In LA, they can hide all that shit. Anyway, I'm talking too much.
I did want to sit here and throw out because I think it's very important because I have the scoop here. You guys asked why there's always a lot of leaks here in New York, but not elsewhere, right?
Uh-huh.
I want to say that these other places had better plumbers.
Yeah, I knew I needed the corn emoji when you
Where's the corn
set it up.
That was too damn good, and I don't care. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. And you know what? That corn. How the hell do you even move that? I'm always impressed by that. I'm still patting myself on the back. People in the chat laugh at that joke. It was very, very good.
When you gotta tell people to laugh,
It's bad.
That's bad.
I had to pay. I paid a kid $5 just to laugh at my joke.
And that's him calling out for the money.
You're acting like Bush right now. You need to stop.
But speaking of bad, back to Heather. She finally puts on the mask that we all knew was building up to this moment. She finally puts on the Muse mask, kind of solidifying that she's going to be, in a more villainous role in season 3. Clearly, she's going to take on this identity of Muse. I wonder how that's going to go over with Daredevil, or AKA Matt Murdock, now being imprisoned, as we see at the end of the episode. What's going to happen in the streets of New York, right? Who's going to defend New York? Because we know Spider-Man's there, but he's not going to show up in the show. But
it's not his problem. It's not his problem.
Not his problem.
But someone shared an interesting picture. Now, I don't like to do theories and stuff like that, but there was a picture of like Spider-Man in like a jail cell or something like that, and they were kind of trying to connect it together. And I'm wondering now. I don't know what what Brand New Day is going to look like and what's the story and stuff like that. But it makes me wonder if there's going to be some kind of cameo or something somehow he's mentioned or anything like that. So it does make me interested in. I mean, I was already going to see Spider-Man Brand New Day, but it makes me wonder, maybe there is a connection here. I don't know.
Didn't he show up in the last Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, Matt Murdock did. Yeah,
he did.
He showed up in the last one, so he's clearly part in the mix.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we could get anything, even She-Hulk.
We you know what else we got to remember? I love that TG put this in the chat where he says the Punisher. There is a Punisher. I believe it's next week that they're going to air that special. So it makes me wonder if this because we don't know what's going to happen. Like what's going to happen? I feel like the Punisher is going to give us a kind of an idea about what the next season is going to look like. I think.
We're going to be covering the Punisher, right, guys? Is that something we're doing? Are we?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Marvel is the new wrestler. It's hard to cover.
We got May 12th is the Punisher special. So
I want to say that's next week, right?
Yeah, look at that.
We'll be discussing it as soon as it comes out. Very excited for that. Let's see. Oh, this is.
I wanted to add this. Yeah. They're saying this is leaked images of Heather as Muse, and it's gonna be. it's gonna be. I saw it on X, and I was like, oh man, I should totally put that up there.
Wait,
But
May 12th is the Punisher special. Like, how
Yeah.
convenient? How convenient is that? Like, this episode was today, and
Yeah.
next week. Wow, it's so backlash after WrestleMania. That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This, I don't know if this is this concept art or is this like actually
so
her?
I don't want to confirm anything. All I know is I saw it online, and I said, hey, maybe we should just share it and have a conversation about her being Muse. And it's going to be interesting to see how she takes over the roles as Muse and what Buck, because I mean, her and Buck are a thing. Her and Buck are.
Oh, yeah.
She would fill in Buck when Buck was
Mhm.
shaking. She said, "Give me that jacket. He's cold."
Uh-huh.
And
Mhm.
whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to see how where she takes over and what's his role in it. And it's very, and also too with Fisk, because Fisk, right? He's on an island. I think it's actually pretty hilarious that Matt got arrested and he took the deal or the plea, and now he's on an island somewhere. He's just like, Fisk is always causing hell. That's what I like about Fisk. I know you like him because he's the good husband. He's a good man at heart, and you can even tell when the people were starting to turn on him, how sensitive he was. And he's like, I've been fighting for you. Don't you understand? And I don't know. Fisk is an interesting character, but I love that he loves to, like, just before he leaves, he says, I'm going to give you one last piece of hell before I leave. Because Matt getting arrested, I think it's, he's on an island somewhere flipping an omelet. I guarantee you, he's flipping an omelet.
Yeah. And what's crazy is Fisk gets a deal and Matt Murdock gets put in prison. But that's the show, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please like the video if you like the video, and join us, of course, May 12th or the following day as we discuss the Punisher special, which is coming out again on May 12th. And once Spider Noir comes out, we will also be talking about that here on the channel on Popular Review Entertainment and See the Spirit. So join us for that, and we will talk to you later. See you. Goodbye.
Join us tomorrow for the boys.
Join us tomorrow for the boys. See ya.
Later.